Hello, everyone. My name is Isaiah Anderson, and the title of my short film is called Reflections. Reflections is about a guy named Alex who is currently struggling with making a major life decision and comes to discover that the mirrors in his house actually has portals to alternate versions of themselves who went down different paths. And as Alex interacts with these alternate versions of themselves, he comes to confront his fears, regrets, and comes to clarity when making his major life decision. One of the hardest parts was the pre-production due to the time constraint that we was given of 2 to 4 minutes when shooting our short film. I had to factor that in when planning my concept and also writing my script, making sure that the dialogue wasn't too long and overshoot that time limit or too short that the characters didn't have time to develop or introduce themselves. On-set challenges and surprises that I had was wardrobe and props. I found out that a lot of the props that I use in my film were common day household items, so I didn't have to go out and buy items. And that also included the wardrobe. I typically just used the clothes that was already I had on hand, and I also used my sister's wig at the time. That way I could be more creative, but more sustainable too. Technical wise, I was really interested in the camera work, in the types of shots you can have, or the type of camera movements you can have, whether that be a medium shot or tracking shot. But a challenge that I came up with is shooting solo. Some movement shots I couldn't do due to the equipment that I had, but I didn't let that hold me back on trying to get the particular type of image that I wanted. And one of my shots that I'm proud of was a close-up that I did handheld with my tripod and my phone on top. And I think, in my opinion, it came out nice, and I was really proud of that. Lessons learned from shooting this short film is the ways in which certain actions you don't have to fully shoot. You can instead shoot them just enough that your audience can interpret what is going on, and they'll fill in the gaps themselves. In one of my scenes, I'm transitioning from my living room to my bathroom, and instead of shooting the whole hallway, I just shot the lower half of my body, and the motion of me walking past the camera portrayed me going somewhere, and I found out that that alone was more than enough to get my point across. The other takeaway from shooting this short film was shooting in the same position. When I was done shooting a certain shot, I would review the footage, and when I'll like it and then continue shooting, but I would move the camera, and when I did that and I went to shoot again, I would often find out that I was off-center, and the shot would look choppy or just didn't look right. So I think next time if I shoot short films, I should have markers down for the specific positions that I need to stand in. And I can also do that in terms of eye line or just framing my shot. My final thoughts about shooting this short film is that even though it was my first time, and I often found myself going back and redoing things, I did have fun creating the short films. Being able to dress up in different wardrobes and act other ways to express myself or express my character self. That was fun, and definitely opened my eyes to different perspectives in terms of just telling my stories or in ways to tell my stories. I think anybody who wants to get into filmmaking should definitely go for it, but go for it with a open mind, and not try to create something perfect, but create something that you enjoy.